Hello and welcome to what may be my favorite episode yet of Objects of Reverence. Today we are talking about my favorite thing ever. It's Plaid Day! It's the plaid episode. My whole house is covered in plaid, but I've picked out a few of my favorite plaid items that we could talk about. I would love to see your plaids. Respond with plaids. Let's talk about plaids. Here we go. It's the plaid episode of Objects of Reverence.
So what's the point of this video?
Okay, so the point of the video is, as you know, but as the people don't yet, golden Elvis mug. I'm a little bit smushed, but okay. Look at how wonderful this is. Do it in a kiss. Yes. And this is the king of acorns. And if you don't believe it, read them and leave. Worm sucker tequila. That's it for now. All right. So, why plaid? I mean, if anybody knows me at this point, follows me personally, has seen some of my other plaid stuff. I've done some plaid art, a generative thing for plaid. So what's the deal with plaid? Similar to some of the other conversations we've had around objects of reverence, I do feel like I come back to this sort of philosophical question of what it means to be obsessed with stuff. I recognize that some of us out there may not be that excited about the idea of revering objects, you know? But I do think that there are some redeeming things about it. First of all, it's pretty. Pretty things for me make me happy, and for other people, I think, probably make them happy too. But there are other aspects. I mean, when I think about plaid specifically for me, it really just reminds me of home. And I think the question of taste, where does our taste come from? How do we develop taste? Is there a good taste? Is there a bad taste? Is it objective? Is it subjective? Who knows? But I think that our homes of origin probably impact our taste, maybe even more than we recognize. So in my home, when I was growing up, plaid was a big thing. I would say it was probably my grandfather first. He loved Pendleton plaid. There were so many cozy wool plaid blankets, plaid coats. My aunt, who will come up more, I'm sure, maybe I'll have her guest star on an episode, she would go thrifting, get us plaid. I'm going to say plaid a lot. Also, you know, just as an FYI, I consider gingham to be sort of in the same family and realm as plaid, so we'll be talking about gingham as well. But anyway, yes, so anything tartan, plaid, gingham, we're going to do the whole family. But for me, it was really, I think, growing up around it, seeing the way my mom sort of incorporated it into her interior design and other kinds of design, and the ways that plaid plays with itself. Like, let's just look at the plaid right here. These are all different colors, all different kinds of plaid. I love it with the mix and match of the green, the blue, the crazy plaid. I like the plaids together. I like the gingham, the plaid. They're all, again, different colors, different ranges, but there's something really textural and fun about plaid that I really enjoy. So let's start to talk about some of these plaids. Okay, so up first, directly to my right, is a little gingham bag. This is technically Mexican. I believe it's Oaxacan. It's just a little woven gingham bag. I actually got this from a boutique in Brooklyn. I lived in Brooklyn for 5 years. I now live in Virginia, in the woods, and we'll see where I live next year or at the end of this year. But one of my absolute favorite stores was called, or is called, it still exists, Drama Club, and it's right on McGorlick Park in Greenpoint, and they have just like really great imported stuff, also sort of higher end clothing, bags, accessories, just really well curated. Anyway, this was something super cute that, you know, in the summer I'll just throw a little something in there, and I like how it kind of looks just in my house. At one point in my apartment in New York, I was hanging it on the wall as wall art. So yes, this I love. I even like it with this outfit. Maybe I'll photograph that later and that can be the cover of this. But okay, so that's, I believe, a Oaxacan woven shopping bag from Drama Club in Greenpoint. Really cute. Next is this, I'm gonna actually just put this on the floor. We'll do like a 1-by-1 elimination. This is just like a little seat cushion that is from Muji. I love Muji. Muji, if you want to do a collaboration with me, I would love to. If you don't know Muji, it'll all be linked in the bio. But Muji is basically like a Japanese, it's kind of like a Japanese Target in my mind, or like a Japanese, I don't know, everything store. They have home stuff, they have little like travel accessories, they have just all kinds of nice little things. Their sheets are amazing too. I use their sheets. In fact, I just bought new sheets. They're super soft, like washed cotton. Anyway, love Muji. This I bought like on sale. It was like, I don't know, $10. Maybe it was $20, whatever. But I bought two of them and I used them so much. Like you can kind of see, I think you can see this chair. Like even just on this chair, I love how it just adds a little pizzazz anywhere it is. And unfortunately, I somehow lost the other one. I think I left it in my old apartment, but I use it everywhere and I kind of mix and match it with other little cushions because I have a lot of wooden chairs that are incredibly uncomfortable and everybody hates. But when you add a little cushion, people don't mind it quite as much. Okay, so next, this is also Mexican. This one I actually got in Mexico, and tragically, again, I think I mentioned the puppy. The puppy has sort of destroyed it, but on this side it still looks really nice. I need to look back up the store where I got this one, but it is an absolute favorite just for the quality of the plaid. I feel like it almost has like a textile feeling to it because of the fibers in the weave. And so I use this like on an exposed shelf to hold random yucky stuff that isn't very good looking. And it adds like a little pop of color in the room. And it's, again, it just, you know, it's plaid. Next, I have these really nice, these are just little like napkins. I mix and match them. These were a gift from my aunt. Technically the brand is, it's got a cute little tag on the inside. It's Wooven, but she got them from her store. She works at a store. She's worked there for a while doing merchandising and design. It's called Nomad in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And she gave these to me as a gift, a bigger set. But I just love, you can see in this one, it's like brown, red, and blue. And it's a really nice, just color combo and pattern. And then this one is just like a blue gingham. And again, the magic of plaid for me is the mixing and matching of plaid. So I love that I can mix and match these. Thank you, Rebecca, and thank you, Nomad. Oh, and Wooven, because you made them originally. The last plaid item that I'm gonna go for today, this is gonna be just like a mini episode. I'm trying to figure out what the right length for these things is. So, is this, like, I love this blanket so much. If I could have multiple of it, I would. I actually got this when I was in college, so in undergrad, at Boston University, at the best thrift store ever. It was literally the way I was clothed through school. It is called, it's gone now. It was called, all right, I took a pause there to Google it because I couldn't remember it for a second, but Urban Renewal. This is a store that for me had a lot of, again, kind of family history. My aunt, she lived in Boston for a long time, and when I moved there and asked her, like, oh, where should I thrift? I need like real thrift stores, like cheapy thrift stores, and she sent me to Urban Renewal. It used to be in Allston on Massachusetts Avenue, but sadly it has closed. But I got this amazing blanket, which I have literally carried with me for the last like 8 years or something, for $5. So this I use to kind of, I don't know, I've used it in guest rooms, I've used it on my bed. Right now it sits on like a wooden bench in our entryway. It really just adds warmth and character anywhere it is, which is, again, it's why I love plaid. So I think those are the objects that I'll go over today. Maybe I'll like post more of my plaid collection online. I would love to hear about your plaid. I would love to hear maybe even about the philosophical question that's been raised. Like, where did your taste come from? What was like a big design element or maybe recurring pattern or recurring theme within your childhood home, or something your family really liked that you feel like you've brought with you or you see? Otherwise, that's it from me. I'll be dancing around in my plaid today. Um, Happy Plaid Day. See you next time. Bye bye. A quick addendum, as in I forgot to mention something and I'm adding it back in. These pants, which are so awesome, I'm pretty obsessed with them. They are from a vintage store in Williamsburg on Grand, called Grand Leaners. It used to be a dry cleaner, and the C either fell off or they just thought it was funny that it's a Grand Leaners now. But really fun little store packed with a bunch of really good stuff, and the owner is super nice and super helpful. Yeah, so go check them out, and that's all.